I swear, I really, really miss video shops. Those were the days where I would hop on a bike, ride down to the video shop, and just grab a whole bunch of VHS tapes and DVDs in the later years. An era that hasn't really gone away to this day in shops like JB Hi-Fi. Probably just JB Hi-Fi. No other place really sells DVDs or anything media related. It's amazing how fucking big JB Hi-Fi has become in the last 2 decades. Where they just started as a CD selling company, selling you music, and now they sell everything under the sun. Blu-rays never really kicked off at all. And even the Ultra HDs aren't really doing that crash hot now either. They've crashed, but they're not crash hot. I miss video shops. I miss being able to rent out DVDs, sit around with a bunch of friends and just watch movie after movie all night. Those were the days, man. Now we've got Netflix and we can chuck anything we want on and we can turn it off in the first 5 minutes. We have an astronomical catalogue from A to Z. And A to Z from all countries if you got a VPN. Wink, wink. And there's just too much content now. We've moved over to the digital era, and that's an era we're going to stay in. It's permanent. And we've just got too much content. Even if we wanted to, we are unable to appreciate it. Back in the day, when you would rent a handful of movies, you would go home and you had a week to have the time of your life. Not one night, not a few nights of binge watching. You had an entire week to watch these, to truly appreciate these, and to check out so many special features. Like documentaries, interviews, deleted scenes. You can't go on Netflix and load up deleted scenes for a film or a show. And we're in the age of loading everything. And you can't load that. But on a DVD, you could do it. I miss it. I really, really miss it. And it's a shame that they all went out of business. There's no video shop open today. And if there is one or two in every state that you visit, it would be for nostalgic purposes. Wouldn't be for anything else. It sure as hell sucked having to take them back. Taking them back didn't suck. Yeah. It was fun taking them back because then you'd have another look around and hire out some more. So taking them back was still a joy. But the one thing that even to this day, like at least twice a year, once every 6 months, I would get a nightmare where I'm like, shit, I know I've had these for far longer than a week and I haven't returned them. Oh my goodness, I'm going to be in so much trouble. I'm going to cop fines for all of these days that they haven't been returned. I feel like I'm going to lose everything. I feel like they're going to lock me up for not taking back a handful of DVDs. It is legit a nightmare. A couple times a year. I think it's given me fucking PTSD. But I absolutely loved it. I loved going to the video shop. The new generation, there's no way that they can know what it was like. None. You can give them an idea, like how our parents would sit us down and give us ideas of what it was like for them doing stuff in the 70s. But, yeah, there's no way you can explain to them how great it was, how authentic that kind of thing was. You just can't explain it to them. I'll always love video shops. Video shops are the reason everyone back in the day became a gamer. Now people become a gamer by switching on their internet. Back then, these video shops, they were the door to gaming. It was the only way you could do it. And you couldn't just go out and buy games for $19 back then. Back then, every game was $70+. Over $100 if it was a brand new title. Bit like how they are now with PS5 and Xbox Series X. But they didn't go down back then. They stayed at those prices. So we'd go and rent them. The new generation should jump on YouTube and just type in video shops, video stores. It was a great time. And my fondest memories was going to a video shop all the time. Whether it was down the road. Down the road I had two of them. In Clayton, we had two. I live in Oakley. Grew up there. I'm still here. And just down the road, there were two video shops. Home Show Entertainment and Movie-Rama. And they were both equally as great. And Oakley had one too. That was a nice one also. Clarinda had one. And that was really fucking cool. They had $1 Tuesdays. They were dubbed Tight Ass Tuesdays. And people would line up all the way down the street just to get in the morning. And in 60 seconds, most of the shelves were empty. And then you had a whole other line of people getting them scanned, paying for them. $1 Tuesdays. I believe it was four overnights. So 4 new releases. The rest could be recent releases. No limit on them. And you could also choose weeklies if you wanted to. You could fit 10 on your card. Everyone went in on Tuesdays. Everyone. Both video shops in Clayton, they didn't get one person walking in unless it was to return something. They'd just be in and out, and they would take that short drive down to Clarinda. You couldn't blame them. Who could blame them? I did it. I didn't go to any video shop on a Tuesday except fucking Clarinda. It's $1. Even now, that sounds crazy. We're going back fucking almost 2 decades. It was just insane, you know? And every other day, he had his DVDs. Everything in the store was $3.50. Even new releases, $3.50. The video shops in Clayton, they still had them for $7. Then they saw what was happening over at Clarinda, and they had to drop their prices. They went to $3.90. Clorinda was still cheaper. But I loved going to the video shops in Clayton because they had some really good stuff. And so did Clorinda. But not every video shop has the same thing. They don't all have the same stock. They don't have the same movies and shows sometimes. And you find it elsewhere. Heck, it could be rented out at one video shop. So you go to another. You love them all equally. I wasn't cheating on any of them. Yeah, it was an open relationship. But yeah, I really miss video shops. I really, really do. Really, really do. And now the closest thing to a video shop is a video kiosk. Who would have thunk it? Now you've got a kiosk and you pay with a MasterCard and it drops down, and then when you return it, you drop it back in. Who would have thunk it? Hey? A kiosk machine replacing workers in a video store and an establishment. Who would have thunk it? And these kiosks, they probably get $40 a month. And I can guarantee you that the people that are renting from these kiosks are people that are aged over 50. Good old Netflix now, eh? Good old Netflix now. There's so many others as well. But really, if you're going to stream, you're going to watch Netflix. You're not going to watch anything else. I don't. But yeah, video shops. What a shame that they're gone.